work together a lot. So everything y'all see us do, especially when we get on stage, is very thought out, it's planned. We don't take it serious, but we take hair very serious. We like to go out there and have fun, but you can't just jump on with somebody and not have a game plan. I can't say it always sticks to that plan, but that's how we start out.
I mean, sometimes it switches halfway through, but you know, we just feel it out. So
I'm gonna be coloring it kind of like a neon rainbow. It's gonna be like a bullseye. It'll be yellow in the middle, going into green, going into blue, pink, and then orange, kind of melting down. And we have black lights to show you how it glows.
Yeah, so it'll start off the back of the crown, and then there'll just be halos all the way around.
I hope it works out.
Yeah. We've never done this one, so we'll have fun with it.
Well, you know, I could have just did something I always do, but that ain't no fun, you know? And the thing is I'm not here to show y'all how to do hair. We're just here to inspire y'all, you know? We all get stuck behind the chair, and it's hard to stay, you know, motivated and passionate every day. Hair's something that you really got to stay on top of because it's steadily evolving. But it's really hard to stay motivated and passionate at the end of the day. And I love to go to these shows, and I love to watch as many people as I can and work with as many people as I can just for that fact. Even if I didn't learn nothing, I go back ready to do something new. And that's what this is about. Being I'm left-handed, he's right-handed, we get to work on the same head a lot together.
I know, it works out.
Which is pretty cool. The other day I had to work with a left-hander, and I was like, you got to go, bro. So I really love this concept. It's my first time ever working in something like this. I'm a studio guy. I'm a salon guy. I didn't even do booth rental till at home. So coming to something like this has really been fun, and getting to meet so many people. I just like walking around looking at each other's rooms, especially when we all moved in here. It was kind of like a dorm for hair. Everybody was fixing up their room, and it was awesome. I was going around at night trying to peep into people's windows. It's fun. I love mullets. Y'all love mullets? Kentucky waterfalls, man. They're here, and they're here to stay again. You can't beat them down. They're very powerful. And, you know, you think they're great until you tell your client you're going to get a mullet. No, I'm like, but it's cool. So it's going to go. The first one's going to be completely orange all the way through. That's just for these tips. And the second one's going to be pink into the orange because you don't want the pink to fall over the orange. We want it to look like a bullseye going through. I shouldn't tell y'all what we want it to look like because it might not look like that. But if it don't, we meant that anyway.
We talk about this when we do our classes and stuff, which is, look, we all know there's like a foundational way of doing things, right? So you work hard to be specific on those, learn those, and once you've got the good idea, this is when you start breaking rules, you know? But if you break rules off the bat, we don't. You got to know the rules to be able to break them. You got to know them pretty well in order to break them. Once you do that, break them all you want because, like he said, there is no wrong way. You know what I mean? Some people say, oh, you shouldn't color hair with that, or you shouldn't cut hair with this type of scissor or that type of tool. You know, I say, use a knife, use a razor, use your teeth, chew it, do whatever you need to do to make the look that you want. I mean, that's been my way, you know what I mean?
There's a million ways to skin a pig.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you the way I skin it.
Yeah.
Now, I am part owner of a color line called Pulp Riot. It's amazing. I had the opportunity to help create it and come up with shades and smells, and it has just been a phenomenal journey. And this color line is the truth. Now, there is some differences compared to your other color line. One of the main differences is Pulp Riot is a conditioner-based color, meaning after you put your color in, you get to the shampoo bowl, all you do is shampoo it. You don't have to, all you do is rinse it. You don't have to shampoo it because it is a conditioner. So it's like adding a deep conditioner. If you shampoo it, you lose half its life, and you've got to take the chances of your colors bleeding together. That's why we can put, pink right next to white and don't have to worry about it changing on us because it being conditioner based made it really easy for us. This is all the neons. I did boost up all my neons to make them even. So in the orange, I put a little bit of red. In the pink, I put a little bit of Cupid. And in the green, I put a drop of aquatic. All right, so going on. This will be the only melt on the head because the rest Phil and I talked about will be cut perfectly. And I love the melt. Usually I do gradient melts from dark to light. That's the part of hair that I really, really love. But I don't get to show y'all much of that today. How I melt is I paint heavy, heavy, heavy at the scalp. I try not to get that pink on my hand too much, especially on the base cover. So I hand paint it over, and I go down further. So you paint heavy, 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 and then when you pull it out of the 90, you want to just do stroke throughs. I'm leaving a lot of hair right there in the middle. See all that hair in there? That's what creates your melt. It makes it really easy, and you don't even have to do a lot of thinking. I can blast through and do dark to light very easily just using that technique. Then you overlap. Hair is like a sponge, so once it sucks up one color, it won't suck up the second color, making it easy. And when you paint on your hand, you always want to start in the middle and work out because hair wants to clunk up. That's why you can use 5 tubes and still see white at the end of the day. So keeping it flat on your hand is ideal. And that looks like it's going to fall pretty good. The blue is next. It will stop. It's going to cause a little purple line right here too because I love mixing blue and pink together. It makes a beautiful blurple. And that's my favorite part of coloring hair is a lot of times you'll see colors that I do and you'll think they're 5 or 6 colors, but in reality, they're only, 3 because I use compatible colors a lot.
I used to do color and cut. He used to do color and cut. We still do it here and there for fun, but cutting has always been my favorite and coloring has always been his thing. So I think the fact that we have both done both, it's easy for us to communicate when we do collaborate together because I can just say, hey, this is this, and he understands fully instead of having to breaking it down too much.
How long have you guys been working together?
Just this year.
Just this year, yeah.
And we both had the same
We've been wanting
style.
to for a couple years, but I was over here, he was over there, so we would only meet at shows, say what's up, have a beer, and then roll, and that was the only time we were able to have together. So
it was like fate, man.
Yeah.
He owned a salon, and I was moving down here. I hit him up, and he's like, bro, my salon. It just so happened to be the right, perfect time.
Yeah. I was actually closing mine. I was in Beverly Hills for years, and then I wanted to kind of go back to the roots and be a little more creative. And he picked up from Louisiana and decided to come out to LA. He hits me up. He was like, boom. Yeah.
South Louisiana. You notice I always color side by side. I never color down. When it comes to Vivids, you don't want to drag the color down too much. You want to slap on a lot and just work it where it lives. It has pigments. If you work it in a lot, you'll get down to the end, you notice there's a lot of white stuff all over your glove. It's because it's conditioner based. All the pigment done stuck to the hair and there's nothing left. So you see a lot of photos of hair and they're really vibrant at the scalp, and by the time it gets down to the end, it's really muted. That's because they're not continuing to put it on. They're just trying to drag it down.
Love is free, love forever, you and me. Windmill for the landing, everybody here. Let us break it down on the camel's back. They just have to go, cause there's no way. So all you feel the streets is a feeling to see. You won't get undercounted cause you're damn and free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. Melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message be. My dreams, they gotta kiss me cause I don't get sleep, no. Don't stop, shit it, I got the tennis. Don't stop, shit it, I got the tennis. Don't stop, shit it, I got the tennis. Baby, what the hell? Don't stop, shit it.
But this is great because as you can see from the side here, it gradually goes from short to long, and the arch really shows well, okay? You can see that. And then this side's opened up a lot more because it's asymmetric to the point there. So therefore we can really open this up here too. And this goes short to long, boom. So there's a lot going on in here, So
Kentucky waterfall.
yeah, so from here, I like using this stuff here. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Love it.
But it's one of our favorites. Puff Me, right? So basically, it's a dust. It's that light.
That's for the club.
Actually, you give clients a full bottle and they think it's empty. They're like, "Oh, you gave me an empty one," because it's dust, So I grab it and I spray it or puff it right in the scalp. So be careful because a little bit goes a long way. So I put it in there, get it right in the scalp, and you can see the texture come alive right away. Okay? Just like that.
You can take that mask off.
Oh yeah, sorry. Take that mask out. And this is where all the texture starts to come alive, all right? So I like to just blow it in there. And don't worry if you do end up putting a little too much, don't worry because you can use the blow dryer to get the rest out. So here we go.
Don't snort it.
Don't snort it. He's tried it. It didn't work. All right, so from here again, cold air. All right.
But up front is retarded.
Good, huh?
Looking for fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, it's hard to see without a mirror, but anyways, you can get the idea. You can have some fun with it and dress it out different ways. It's got the bold, but it's not perfectly straight. It's a little curved. You got a lot of texture. You got some length. You've got fun texturizing techniques.
It all falls together.
It all falls together. All right.
It's sexy.
All right, very good. That's it. Here you go. Here, stand up. You can do a twirl.
Thank you.